What I love to do is introduce the right people to the right people.
I assemble the smartest people I can think of or reach out to carry that conversation, and that's exactly what I've done today.
Please give my panel a round of applause. Welcome.
Okay, what's up guys? Jay Morton here, CEO of Cambridge House, and I am joined by the team at Fury Gold Mines. I have the chairman, Ivan Bebek, CEO and president, Mike Timmins, and the senior vice president of exploration, Michael Hendrickson. How are you guys doing?
Very well, thank you.
Okay, so I'm glad to have you guys on because I've covered the Fury story a few times now on the channel. Obviously, I like it. We only have companies on the show that I like. And all of my newsletter subscribers received an in-depth report that we produced a few days ago covering all the assets of Fury, what I like about the story, any risk factors that I think investors should focus on. And I wanted my YouTube subscribers to hear that directly from you. And so I'm a shareholder. I built my position on the open market. Anybody watching this who sees what I see and likes what they see can therefore do the same. And so, Ivan, I first had you on the show last spring when you were running Oren Resources, and you were alluding to what you were going to do with Oren. This was the split that since occurred. You split Oren, which was a company with copper projects, silver projects, gold projects, into 3 different companies. The first being Fury, which is what we're going to talk about today. So most of my subscribers are up to speed with that story, why you did the split. It was to simplify the story to receive adequate value for all the assets that you guys have had. And I think it resonates better with the retail investor now because what we want to see is a clear path to profits. How are we going to make money? And what you've done is streamline these companies, I think, very effectively. But I want to start there, touch on the high level rationale for the split, why you did it. But more importantly, what I want to hear today is your thoughts on the management team that you built, why you chose the people that you did, and your vision, and what can we expect from you moving forward.
Great, thanks. Again, it's a pleasure to be back, and it's nice to be here after you say you're going to do something and you've done it. And last year we advocated towards the split, and it's working out a lot better than we thought it would, which is great. Oren was around for about 5 years, raised $100 million, chasing some of the world's largest gold discoveries. That's how we started. Thanks to Michael Hendrickson and his incredible technical team, we've been able to go after some really, really big swings out there. We came up with quality across the 3 different asset groups, gold, copper, and silver. You can't get paid for all 3 in one company, especially as an explorer, because you either align yourself with one type of investor or the other, copper or silver or gold. It's hard to find people that want all 3. When we did the split, and we did it to unlock value, and so far, arguably a third of Oren is worth about 200 and something change Canadian. Our current market cap is in Fury. And today we'll argue that that's largely undervalued. We'll make some cases why. But the key element to that was bringing in a CEO that was capable to drive that business forward. In this case, with a lot more capabilities than we had at Oren, which is Mike Timmins, who's with us today. First met Mike at Agnico Eagle when they were buying our last company, Caden Resources, in 2014. Found a lot of synergies with perspectives towards the market, towards high quality assets, towards the style of technical work we were doing. And so, tried for some time, actually tried for about 3 years to get Mike's attention. He finally became available. And we actually added an acquisition in to help grab his attention, being Eau Claire. And we assembled this company. So Fury started trading in October. It's had one of the most intense quarters I've seen in an exploration, now an exploration development company. Mike's done a tremendous job, fundamentally building out one of the best teams in terms of all aspects of the company are covered with superstars or experts in their own field. He's complemented very well with Michael Hendrickson, who's leading our technical charge. Our mandate as a group was to go after things that a major would go after. With Fury, it's to actually build potentially a major mining company in a rising gold market. So we have time, we have people, we have the expertise, and that vision is starting to come to a reality very quickly. And I'd say that things are going a lot better than the share price is currently representing, and people will soon see that as we start performing here in 2021.
Okay, thanks, Ivan. I want to pass it to you, Mike. You came from Agnico, company that trades somewhere around $90 per share, moving over to Fury. I know something special must have caught your eye. So, tell me, are you thinking you can build another Agnico here?
Well, I think that every company, develops its own culture and a way of doing things, right? And if you can reference Agnico, you can talk, B2 Gold, and even Caden or Orin Resources have many great tenants that we're going to follow and build out when we continue to build out Fury. You've got people first, deep core values, keeping the business manageable, keeping investors well positioned. But the most important, I think, is really mastering the basics. And as an explorer and resource developer, the basics for us means growth. And we're going to do that through large-scale exploration. To us, large-scale doesn't mean 27 drills on one deposit. It's a mindset of bigger sooner. The ability to demonstrate early the overall potential of a project, to get value sooner, obviously, and more efficient use of time and our owners' capital. We have 3.7 million ounces of gold across the platform at a 7.3 gram per ton average grade. That's a standout. But, it's also going to be our exploration mindset and the multiple asset approach, in my view, that's really going to set Fury apart. We're likely to drill over 100,000 meters over the next 18 months across the platform. We're going to completely open up each asset and show the market what true excitement and what geological potential really looks like. The vision, as we've said, is to build a mining company. And in my view, the bigger the dream, the more important the team, right? And so the top three people of the company, Newmont, Goldcorp, and Agnico, we have decades of experience playing for the majors. All of our skill sets are around moving multiple assets, preparing for significant growth, and really thinking big and being able to shoulder the big expectations that we need to shoulder and what people expect from us. We wouldn't have got through the first 100 days of being a company. Establish Fury, the amazing team that we have at Eau Claire, new geophysics completed over the entire mine trend, and drilling within the first 30 days of being a company if it wasn't for the excitement, passion, and the caliber of our entire team. And so in our view, it's big action plans equal big gains in value. And that's what we have lined up for shareholders in 2021.
I love it. You know what? Every time I talk to somebody at Fury, the thinking big, the big action, the bigger sooner narrative comes up. And I know, Mike, when we discuss, where did the name come from, Fury? Because I love it, right? It really encompasses the culture. I mean, every time I talk to you guys, it's all about aggressive plans, move forward fast. And it's every conversation I have with the team. You can see it in the culture. I love that. And Michael Hendrickson, I want to pass over to you, Senior VP of Exploration, background at Newmont, now the largest gold producer on the planet. And if you could touch on the assets specifically for us and what you think investors should be focusing on.
Well, I'd echo the sentiments of Mike. I mean, this is all about growth. And I think our exploration drill program demonstrates that. For instance, at Eau Claire, we took a real mindset of time value. Let's get the first exploration drill hole, 700 meters away from any known resource. When you get indications that you can be on it at that point early, you can better plan for the future. And that's what we're about, So really, that's where my mindset is on every asset. If we go to Homestake Ridge, it's about expansion and meaningful expansion quickly, and that's going to be our plan this coming summer. Up at Committee Bay, obviously, we're in elephant country. We've spent a great deal of time perfecting our targeting techniques. And, now when we go up there, we can be very surgical in our exploration drill plans. And that's going to be a huge catalyst for Fury going forward, world-class discovery in the Arctic. So I think that's just the general feeling around our technical group. Let's be aggressive. Let's know early. Let's take those risks and get our plans set for the future.
Right on. Okay. Like Peter Brown was on my stage last January screaming, if you want to win big, you got to bet big. Okay, Ivan, I want to pass it back to you. The reason that my head first turned to Fury was because you've done it twice before, right? And success begets success. And everybody who watches this knows that's my strategy. I follow the winners around the industry, whether they're the entrepreneurs, the supporting cast, or the money. With Keegan and Caden behind you, you've hit 2 home runs. When somebody's hit 2 home runs and they get to the plate again, you should pay attention to what they're going to do next. So my question for you is, what do you have this time with Fury when it comes to the people, the assets that you didn't have in your previous wins? What strikes you about this opportunity?
Great. Well, first answer there is experience. And, the second answer is the people, as you've heard from both Mikes here, Mike and Michael. We've talked a lot about big projects. We talk about, time value concepts to get there sooner, the bigger kind of swings. Everything we talk about with you here relates to a big share price. And that's really what we're going after, because it's a fundamental, instrument in our business plan to get bigger and then to grow with acquisitions, M&A down the road. I think for me, when I look back to Keegan, which went from 49 cents to $9 a share, a $5 million company turned into a $900 million company as a first success. This is 3 times that in terms of opportunity. We think that each of these assets could deliver a Keegan success and more. And you said what's really different, and I've commented on people. Michael Timmins' background from Agnico Eagle. He was the VP corporate development, and he was there for a very, very, very intense growth phase of Agnico that made it what it is today, which I'd argue is one of the best gold companies in the world. And let's not be too excited about the value of something in terms of, if you create a $100 billion company, great. But let's talk about the share price. Agnico trades at $90 a share. I'd love to see Fury trade at $90 a share. Here's a guy that went through that, and he saw that in intense detail for the entire growth phase. So I think the biggest difference for me is the caliber of experience we have. We've upgraded our technical team dramatically, and we have a really strong CEO at the forefront that's seen this kind of growth before. So for me, Jay, it's massive improvement. We got better over time, and we're just getting started.
I love it. Okay. And Mike, maybe the most important question that investors want to know, what's going to move the share price for us in the next 12, 18 months?
Look, I'm super excited about demonstrating to the market that our assets not only have immediate expansion potential, but every project has the chance for that next new major discovery, right? And of course, that was by design when we assembled Fury. At Eau Claire, it's a dramatic rescaling. At Homestake Ridge, it's a reintroduction of that asset to the market via the drill bit. And Committee Bay, which is elephant country, a step change really in the way that we approach and in the way that we're going to grow that asset with resource growth and additional discoveries, right? We're going to have a wall of continuous activity, catalysts, news, which are going to benefit shareholders greatly, but also make it very easy for us to tell our story and for guys like you, Jay, to tell our story. So active all year, increasing in scale and find more gold. It's a simple approach, and we're really just getting warmed up.
I love it. Okay, Michael, I want to pass it back to you to wrap it up. Now, I harp on my people over everything strategy all the time because I'm willing to lose sleep over finding the right people. I want people like you to lose sleep over finding the right rocks. So talk to my audience right now about what you're most focused on.
Well, quite simply, Jay, we're focused on the growth and the potential of the expansion of each of our assets in terms of its gold ounce resource base. We see that there's a great deal of discovery potential across all of our assets. And our job now as a technical group is to go after that, to be bold, to go for discovery, to go for expansion, and to do it in a disciplined manner, right? And that's what our technical group is going to bring to the table. But certainly from our standpoint internally, we do see that growth profile. We do see that discovery potential that could be a game changer for Fury moving forward.
Okay, I appreciate that. So look, we're going to stay on top of this story. Mike, you touched on the drill program you guys have running. I think we can expect a steady flow of news for the next 12, 18 months. We're going to stay on top of it here. Thank you all for your time coming on and explaining this story in depth to my audience.
Thank you, Jay.
Thank you, Jay.
Thank you.